is Abuja. Welcome to the program Citizen Sports, reaching you from 93.7 FM with me, Emmanuel Fashemi. Yes, it is day one of the 2025 African Women's Club Volleyball Championship. Started this morning. One game is ongoing as we speak between Tunisia and Rwanda in that particular event. And the opening ceremony will be coming up later, where the First Lady of the country Oluremi Tinubu will be on ground to actually open the event that has 20 teams participating, with our own custom volleyball women's team also part of it, and we are the host of the championship. Let's go straight and look at the pool for the 2025 Women's African Volleyball Club Championship Abuja 2025. In Pool A, we have Customs of Nigeria, we have Man U of Cameroon, we have APR of Rwanda, and CFC of Tunisia. In Pool B, we have Zamalek of Egypt, we have Kenya Prisons, we have CNS of Nigeria also. And then Spiking Stars of Botswana. In Pool C, we have Al Ahly of Egypt, KCB of Kenya, VC Laloy of Congolese. We have Sosim of Senegal. And in Pool D, we have Kenya Pipeline. We have Lito of Cameroon, Police Team of Rwanda, and Descatis of Côte d'Ivoire. All right, the draw was done yesterday at in Abuja here, where CAF, that is CAF B president and FIBA vice president Bukera Haji were on ground after almost 3 decades of waiting. The prestigious tournament is being hosted by Nigeria with 16 teams confirmed to participate. It started on April 1st, but hostilities begin today. Game started today till the 14th at the Package B of Moshood Abilene National Stadium. Host, that is Customs Service of Nigeria, will face Manyo Kane Evolution of Cameroon in front of home fans with support from the chief patron, the First Lady of Federal Republic of Nigeria. Oluremi Tinubu will be on ground. This is the second time the championship will be held in Nigeria after hosting it in 1996. The game between Nigerian Customs Service and Manyo Kano Evolution of Cameroon will come up by 5 p.m. Nigerian time. you speak, one game is already going on between CFC of Tunisia and APR of Rwanda. Yes, the first set ended in favor of the Tunisian team, while the second set, it was a strong comeback for the Rwanda APR team. And now the second set ended 26-24 points. To the favor of the APR of Rwanda to make it 1-1, and they are heading straight into the third set as we speak. Yes, CFC of Tunisia won the first set with a score of 25-18 points. 18 points for APR, and CFC of Tunisia scoring 25 points in the first set of the game. Yesterday, when the CAFB president, Bochara Haji, was talking, she reaffirmed her continued support to the development of volleyball across the continent of Africa. She said Africa had abundant talent. We must work hard to progress. President Haji made when at the technical meeting of the 2025 CAFB Women's African Volleyball Championship in Abuja. That was when she made that statement yesterday, when the technical meeting was held. So let's see, bundle of talents on the continent of Africa, and we are ready. We are ready to look for them wherever they are in the nooks and crannies of the continent to get them out. We'll be following that game closely and bringing you the score. The third set is ongoing. It's 1-1 as CFC of Tunisia won the first set. APR of Rwanda came back strong to win the second set, and it's 1-1 as we speak. But the third set is ongoing, and we will know who's going to win it at the end of the game. Let's go to you where the Niger Delta Sports Festival kick off in grand style with a vibrant opening ceremony showcasing the region's rich cultural heritage and athletic prowess. Malam Shehu Diko, chairman of the National Sports Commission, NSC, officially declared the festival open on behalf of the president of the country, Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Delivering a keynote address, the NSC Director General, Honorable Bukola Olopade, acknowledged the president of Chairman Malam Shehu Diko, who represented the president at the event. He commended the Niger Delta Development Commission, NDDC, and all stakeholders involved in organizing the festival, emphasizing its alignment with the renewed hope agenda in Nigeria for sports sports economy. He said this is brilliant effort by the NDDC and all those involved in making this festival a reality. The two-time Ogun State Commissioner of Sports stated it perfectly aligns with our Renew Hope agenda, which is rooted in our mandate of his in the mandate of His Excellency President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. We are truly proud and excited about the event. A major highlight of the festival was the introduction of the Invited Junior Athletes IJA initiative. The initiative designed to identify and nurture young talent will see promising athletes from across the country competing as the 38th state at the upcoming National Sports Festival in Abeokuta. Notably, a healthy percentage of the athletes selected for the IJA initiative are participating in the Niger Delta Sports Festival, underscoring its role in grassroots sports development. The event was also graced by several dignitaries, including executive governors of Akwa Ibom State and Ondo State, Umo Eno and Lucky Ayedatiwa, respectively. The other dignitaries on ground were the Minister of Niger Delta, Abubakar Momo, and top stakeholders in the sporting world. The festival will run from 1st April to 8th, and it will feature about 3,000 athletes, 500 officials competing in 17 sports, that is including field and track events. Yes, it has been confirmed that in May, Nigeria will compete against the West African rivals Ghana, as well as Jamaica and Trinidad and Tobago in London for the Unity Trophy. This event, titled The Best in the West, the Afro Classic Contest, will feature two semi-finals, highlighting a thrilling local matchups. The first semi-final will take place on Tuesday. Trinidad clash, that is Trinidad and Tobago versus Jamaica clash in UK soil, where Trinidad and Tobago soccer warriors will face off against Jamaica's Reggae Boys, the Super Eagles of Nigeria, who also take part in this Unity Trophy. After that game between Jamaica and Trinidad and Tobago, the following day on May 28th, Nigeria Super Eagles will trade tackles with Ghana Black Stars, vying for bragging rights in the West African contest. The four teams will compete again on Saturday, May 31st, in a double header that will determine the bronze medal winner, followed by the final match to determine who will lift the Unity Cup 2025. Two-time Unity Cup winners in Nigeria are expected to start as favorites due to their FIFA ranking and recent performances. However, past matchups indicate that form can falter against West African rivals Ghana, who previously defeated the Super Eagles 4-1 in London. Jamaica will also enter the tournament eager for redemption, having lost a close match by just one goal in the past. Rotimi Pedro, the event of said, according to organizers, he said, "I am proud to announce that the Unity Cup is back. Reviving this important community event has been a long journey, and we are excited that fans of African and Caribbean football will witness international football of the highest caliber at the Unity Cup 2025. let's give you the story proper. Where Carthage Volleyball Club of Tunisia will trade tackles with AP. That game is already ongoing in the 2025 African Women's Volleyball Club Championship at the Multipurpose Hall of Moshood Abile National Stadium. The draw for the championship was held at the exclusive Serene Hotel on Wednesday night in presence of CAF B President and FIFA Vice President Buchera Haji. After almost 3 decades, like I said from the onset, this prestigious tournament is being hosted by Nigeria with 16 teams confirmed to take part in this tournament. The first match that is ongoing is between Carthage, CF Carthage of Tunisia and APR of Rwanda, which is ongoing at the Moshood Abile National Stadium. While Nigeria and Nigerian Customs Service will host Mayo Kano Evolution team of Cameroon at 5 p.m. That is after the opening ceremony. Host the Customs Service of Nigeria will face Cameroon team in front of home fans with the First Lady of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, she will be on ground to witness this particular game. Let's go to the Men's President Federations Cup round 32, where games were played yesterday, and about 6 Nigerian National League side made it to the round of 16 of the Federations Club. 6 clubs competing in the Nigerian National League have secured passage into the President Federations Cup round of 16. They include Solution FC, Beyond Limits, Abakaliki FC, Wicked Tourists of Bauchi, Warriors and Oshu United, while Inter Lagos takes on Daburan FC tomorrow at Anyigba. That is today. That game will be played today. Meanwhile, Bendel Insurance will face off with Rangers International in the round of 16 fixture, while Beyond Limits battle Ikorodu City. The full fixtures for the round of 16 for the Men's President Federations Club is Enyimba versus Abakaliki FC. That is a Southeast derby. Nasarawa United will play Bayelsa United. It's all an NPFL affairs, where Warriors takes on Wiki Tourists of Bauchi. Beyond Limits face Ikorodu City in the Southwest Cracker. Akwa United versus Inter Lagos or Daburan FC. That game is ongoing as we speak. Inter Lagos is already taking on Daburan FC. Whoever wins that game face Akwa United. Solution FC will battle Kwara United. Plateau United entertains Oshu United. Bendel Insurance, the biggest game of the round is between Bendel Insurance and Rangers International of Enugu. Bendel Insurance won it 2 seasons ago. Can they do it again? The last season winners, Academy Warriors, are already out of the tournament. Let's take this story also from the President Federations Cup, where Enyimba head coach Stanley Negoma has set his sights on winning the 2025 President Federations Cup title with the club. The People's Elephant defeated Academy Warriors 1-0 in round 32 of the contest. That was yesterday. Christian Naji scored the winning goal in the 27th minute. Goma, the coach of Enyimba, he said, "We'll keep pushing after this hard-fought win over Academy Warriors until we reach the final and hopefully win the trophy." The Abaji Giants have won the President Federation's Cup 4 good times. The last they tasted the success in the competition was in 2014. Let's see if the People's Elephant can win it, since the last time they won was in 2014. All right, let's talk boxing, where Nigeria FA Ajagba has expressed his feelings. Yes, a Nigerian heavyweight boxer FA Ajagba believes he possesses all the necessary qualities to become a world champion, as he set his sights on the biggest names in the division ahead of his upcoming fight. The hard-hitting Nigerian FA Ajagba is due to fight Martin Bakole on the undercard of Mexican superstar Canelo Alvarez undisputed world super middleweight championship fight against Williams Cole in Saudi Arabia on May 4th. According to Ajagba, he said, "I have the abilities, I have the skills, I have the power, everything to become a heavyweight champion." The 30-year-old hopes to stake his claim for a world heavyweight title fight when he takes on Bakule, and admits his long-term goal is a title challenge against unified champion Alexander Usyk or IBF title holder Daniel Dubois. He said, "I am not overstepping. I am just focused on Martin Bakule first. After that, when I get the victory, that is when I am going to step up to fight who I want to fight next. Whether Usyk or Dubois, come on, bring them on." Bakule's last fight came when he stepped in at 2 days' notice to fight Joseph Parker after Dubois withdrew due to illness, but the Congolese contender suffered a second-round knockout loss. Despite the man of Bakule's crushing defeat, Ajagba insists he is still wary of the threat posed by his opponent, who has beaten the likes of Jared Adamson, Tony Yoka, and Carlos Takam in the boxing world. Yes, F.A. Ajagba has been in an impressive form, winning his last 5 fights since his lone professional defeat to Frank Sanchez in October 2021. The Nigerian, who holds an impressive record of 20 fights, 1 loss with 14 knockouts, has intensified his preparation ahead of the bout. The heavyweight was spotted training with British heavyweight Johnny Fisher, nicknamed the Romford Bull, as he fine-tuned his strategy for the crucial bout that could significantly impact his standing in the heavyweight division. Former 2-time world champion Anthony Joshua has backed Bakule to recover from his recent loss, stating Bakule believes in himself and has got every right to. He's a serious fighter. That is not the end. This is the heavyweight division. However, Joshua also has thrown his support behind his compatriot Ajagba to win the fight. The highly anticipated heavyweight clash, originally scheduled to take place in New York, will now feature on the undercard of Canelo Alvarez Super Middleweight Championship match against Williams Cole in Saudi Arabia, the home where heavy fights are happening right now. Yes, let's talk women's football, where it is now a concern as Nigerian Super Falcons are missing the chance to regroup just 4 months before the 2024 Women's Africa Cup of Nations tournament, as the second international break for the women's football in 2025 started on Monday, March 31st, and runs until Tuesday, April 8th. The last time The 11th African Time champions were kept busy during the international break was in November 2024 when they lost 2-1 to France in a high-profile friendly. Before then, they hosted Algeria in a two-legged friendly played in Lagos and Ikenne, Ogun State. Since then, the draw for the postponed 2024 WAFCON has been conducted. The Falcons will play Tunisia, Algeria, and Botswana in Group B of the tournament, which will be played from July 5th to 26th in Morocco. If the draw which was held in November 2024, 8 months before the tournament, was supposed to do anything at all, it ought to be used as a blueprint for the team's preparation. But there have been no explanation from the Nigerian Football Federation as the team continues to wait the second international break of 2025. NFF President Ibrahim Gusau, in an end-of-year review, had promised adequate preparation for the team as they hope to reclaim African title, which they last won in 2018. Please, the NFF should do the needful if we want to get back to the glory days with these women. Yes, they just let this FIFA international window don't just go waste. At least this team need to meet together for them to have the team cohesion, understanding, and what have you. The coach, till now we don't have a coach, but Justin Madugu is still in charge of the Super Falcons. Yes, still on the women, where the United Kingdom is set to host the 2035 Women's World Cup as the sole valid bidder for the tournament, according to FIFA President Gianni Infantino. England, Scotland, Wales, and Northern Ireland submitted a joint bid of interest in March to host the World Cup across the home nations. Under FIFA rotation rules, the tournament must be in Europe or Africa. Spain's Federation President Rafael Lozan said last week that they were working on a joint bid alongside Portugal and Morocco. However, the deadline for expression of interest passed on Monday, and Infantino says the UK's bid is the only one received for 2035, while the United States are set to host the 2031 edition. According to Infantino, he said, I can confirm as part of the bidding process that we received one bid for 2031 and one valid bid for 2035. The 2031 bid is the United States of America and potentially some other CONCACAF members, and the 2035 bid is from Europe and the home nations. The FA chief executive, that is Mark Bullingham, said, we are honored to be the sole bidder for the FIFA Women's World Cup in 2035. The hard work starts now to put together the best possible bid by the end of the year. Formal bids for the 2035 Women's World Cup must be submitted this winter, with a vote taking place to confirm the host in the FIFA Congress that will come up in 2026. Infantino also confirmed that the 2031 Women's World Cup will be a 48 team tournament, up from 32 in 2027. Should the UK's bid be confirmed, the 2035 Women's World Cup will be the second time a World Cup has been held in the home nations after 1966 men's tournament in England. Let's talk some Formula One story where Lewis Hamilton say he's absolute 100. He has absolute 100% faith in Ferrari despite their difficult start to the season. The 7-time champion won the sprint race in China last time out, but struggled in the Grand Prix in Shanghai and the season opener in Australia. Ferrari are only fifth in the constructors championship after Hamilton and teammate Charles Leclerc were disqualified from fifth and sixth places in China for technical infringement. The Briton says, I saw someone say something about whether I am losing faith in the team, which is complete rubbish. I have absolute 100% faith in this team. There was obviously a huge amount of hype at the beginning of the year. I don't know if everyone was expecting us to be winning from race 1 and winning the championship in our first year. That wasn't my expectation. I know that I'm coming into a new culture, a new team, and it's going to take time. Hamilton emphasized the difficulties in adapting to a new team, especially around the specifics of the technicalities of the new car. Let's come back to football and we go straight to Turkey, where it was another night of Mourinho's night. Normally, we know his antics in football, but this time around, it was a different scenario in the Turkish Cup last night between Galatasaray and Fenerbahce, as Galatasaray won a brace from our own Super Eagles striker Victor Osimhen, helped Galatasaray into the semi-final of the Turkish Cup. Galatasaray have accused Fenerbahce boss, that is Jose Mourinho, of physically attacking their manager Okan Buruk after he appeared to grab his nose following the fiery derby in the Turkish Cup. The incident occurred after the final whistle at the Sukru Sarakoglu Stadium, where both managers were interacting with the match officials in the center circle. Mourinho approached Buruku from behind and appeared to pinch his nose, causing the Galatasaray manager to fall to the floor with his hands covering his face. According to a statement by Galatasaray Vice President Metin Udzotka, manager Okan and Mourinho congratulated the referees. After that, while Okan was continuing, Mourinho first verbally and then physically attacked him. Where else in the world can he do this? What does he think of Turkey? I believe the Fenerbahce management will impose the necessary sanction before the federation does. Galatasaray won the Turkish Cup quarter-final tie 2-1 with Victor Osimhen scoring 2 goals for the visitors. Barouk, who enjoyed 2 spells at Galatasaray as a player before returning as manager in 2022, played down the incident at his post-match news conference. According to the coach, he said there was nothing between me and Mourinho. He pinched my nose from behind. There was a slight scratch. Of course, it wasn't very nice or elegant thing to do. We expect managers to behave more appropriately in such situations. I won't exaggerate this issue, but it wasn't a classy move. Fenerbahce's substitute Mert Yandaz and Galatasaray substitute Karim Demirabe and Baris Yilmaz were shown red cards for their part in a melee between the two benches during the stoppage time, following a goalless draw between the two clubs in the Turkish Super League in February. Galatasaray said they would initiate criminal proceedings against Mourinho after claiming he made a racist statement. The Turkish Football Federation also handed Mourinho a format ban and a fine of £35,194 for two separate disciplinary matters. Mourinho responded by launching a lawsuit against Galatasaray due to the attack on the personal rights of the Portuguese. Jose Mourinho is always full of drama. Let's look at games that were played in the English Premier Football League yesterday and some cup games in Europe. But let's begin from the EPL, where Liverpool is edging closer and closer to the title after a 1-0 victory over Everton in the Merseyside derby. Let's begin with that AFC Bournemouth. They lost at home to Ipswich Town 2-1, while Aston Villa at the American Express Stadium beat Brighton and Hove Albion 3-0 to also push closer for their Champions League, for their European league plays. We have Manchester City at Leicester City at Etihad beating Leicester City 2-0. Newcastle United beat Brentford 2-1. Southampton at St Mary's and Crystal Palace ended on a 1-1 draw with our own Paul Onuachu on the getting the goal for Southampton in that close game. And Liverpool at Anfield beat Everton 1-0. Liverpool continue to increase their points at the top of the table with 73 points right now after 30 games. Arsenal are second with 61 points. Nottingham Forest are third with 57 points. While Manchester City are fourth with 51 points. Newcastle United move up 1 point behind Manchester City with 50 points. Chelsea are sixth, who has a game in hand with 49 points. Aston Villa are seventh with 48 points. With Brighton dropping to the 8th position, 47 points. Fulham are 9th with 45 points. FC Bournemouth, after losing at home, they have 44 points. We have Brentford on the 11th position. AFC Bournemouth, after winning that game, they are now 10th with 44 points. Brentford are 11th with 41 points. Crystal Palace are 12th with 40 points, with Manchester United on the 13th position with 37 points after losing to Nottingham Forest. We have Tottenham Hotspur on the 14th position with 34 points. Everton are 15th with 34 points. West Ham United are 16th with 34 points, with Wolverhampton Wanderers on the 17th position with 29 points. Ipswich Town, Leicester City and Southampton follows 18, 19 and 20. These three teams look likely as if they will be relegated with their position and points on the table. Yes, it's going to be another El Clasico in the Spanish Copa del Rey final as Barcelona beat Atletico Madrid 1-0 to book a place with Real Madrid, who defeated Real Sociedad. That was on Tuesday to book their place in the final of the Copa del Rey. But last night, Barcelona showed their supremacy and dominance over Atletico Madrid with Ferran Torres' 27-minute strike, assisted by Lamine Yamal, giving them the victory, 5-4 on aggregate to go through to the finals of the Spanish Copa del Rey. So it's going to be a big one as they will face Real Madrid in the final of the Spanish Copa del Rey. It will be the 8th time there has been an El Clasico in the Spanish Cup final, with the nation's two most successful club sides set to meet on April 26th in Sevilla. Ferran Torres' first half effort proved decisive for Barcelona at the Metropolitano Stadium, with the Spain's forward poking the ball past Argentina goalkeeper Joan Musso after Lamine Yamal's super pass and split the home defense. It was no more than the visitor deserved, with 17-year-old Yamal a constant source of danger, and Rafinha also twice threatening to extend Barca's lead. So it's going to be between Barcelona and Real Madrid in the final on April 26th in Sevilla. Who wins it this time around? The 8th time this team will meet in the Spanish Cup final. Yes, in the German DFB Pokal semi-final second game, Stuttgart defeated RB Leipzig 3-1. Stuttgart will now face Arminia Bielefeld, who defeated Bayer Leverkusen 2-1. That was on Tuesday to book their place in the final of the German DFB Pokal. In the Coppa Italia semi-final, yes, AC Milan and Inter Milan ended on a 1-1 draw. It's going to be a replay of the semi-final game, with Tammy Abraham scoring 47 minutes for AC Milan before Hank Hananoglu scored for Inter Milan in the 67th minute to end it 1-1. Yes, as an English striker, Tammy Abraham scored for AC Milan, but City rivals Inter struck back to ensure the first leg of their Copa del Rey semi-final ended on a 1-1 draw. So let's see, the second leg is scheduled for April 23rd, with the winner facing either Bologna or Empoli in the final on May 14th. Bologna won the first leg 3-0 against Empoli in the first leg of the semi-final on Tuesday. Let's see, this is football. Let's see if Empoli will turn the result around against Bologna. Let's go to the NBA and give you some results of games played in the NBA, the biggest franchise in the world, where Sacramento Kings lost to Washington Wizards by just 6 points. That game ended 111 for the Kings, while Washington's Wizards scored 116 points. The game between Charlotte Hornets and Indiana Pacers, it was in favor of the Indiana team, beating Charlotte Hornets 119 to 105 points. points. Also, the Cleveland Cavaliers demolished New York Knicks in a game of 124 points to 105 points for the New York Knicks. Miami Heat beats Boston Celtics 124 points to 103 points for the Celtics. The game between Utah Jazz and Houston Rockets, a lot of Rockets firing from the Houston team. It was 143 points against 105 points for the Utah team. Total demolition in that game. Atlanta Hawks they lost by 2 points to Dallas Mavericks. 118 points for the Atlanta team to 120 points for the Dallas team. San Antonio Spurs also beat Denver Nuggets 130 points to 106 points. Detroit Pistons lost to Oklahoma City Thunder 119 points to 103 points. The game between New Orleans Pelicans was a total whitewash from the LA Clippers against New Orleans Pelicans. It was 114 points to 98 points for the Pelicans team. Let's look at some transfer stories where Galatasaray Trabzonspor are interested in Super Eagles striker, that is Tolu Arokodare of Genk, who plays in Belgium. According to a report, the Turkish Super League champions Galatasaray will move for Arokodare should they fail to convince his compatriot Victor Osimhen to stay at the club. Osimhen joined Okan Buruk's side on loan from Napoli last September and has scored 27 goals and recorded 5 assists in 32 appearances across all competitions. The 26-year-old is, however, reportedly interested in a move to a Premier League club, Trabzonspor tried to sign Arokodare last summer but failed to meet Genk's valuation. The 24-year-old has been in an impressive form for the Smurfs this season. He has scored 20 goals and registered 7 assists in 36 appearances across all competitions for the Belgian Pro League side. Super Eagles defender Seydou Sanusi has dismissed reports linking him with a move to Championship side Leeds United, insisting there has been no contact between him and the English club. The Porto left back, who has been touted as a potential replacement for Junior Firpo at Elland Road, firmly denied the speculation in a quote shared by Goal. He said, "I am not in contact with Leeds United or any team right now. I am not negotiating with Leeds on United and have not been offered a 4-year contract." They lied about it. According to Sanusi, reports have suggested that Leeds were preparing a €2 million summer bid for the Nigerian international and had already opened talks with Porto and were ready to offer the full back a deal until 2029. right, still on transfer stories where Barcelona head coach Hansen Flick has picked Super Eagles star Demola Lookman over Liverpool's Luis Diaz as his primary transfer target for the Catalan club's attacking reinforcement. The Nigerian forward has been in an outstanding form for Atalanta, contributing significantly to the Italian club's success this season with impressive performances that have captured the attention of Europe elite clubs. Although Lookman was linked with a move last summer, particularly to Paris Saint-Germain, a deal never materialized. Now, the 27-year-old's remarkable display have made him a highly sought-after talent, with Barcelona and Arsenal showing key interest. Despite Barcelona's well-documented financial struggles, Flick is signing him could prove challenging as Atalanta values their prize asset at around 60 to 70 million euros. The Spanish giant are reportedly looking to structure a deal with a spread payment, but Atalanta may be reluctant to agree to such terms. Nevertheless, Flick prefers Lookman's style for Barcelona's attacking system and hopes an agreement can be reached. Alright, just before we go, we'll also give you the fixtures for today, but let's take this last transfer story where Nigerian striker Victor Osimhen has reportedly informed Juventus directors that his aim is to play in the Premier League next season, making him unwilling to join the Italian giant. Juve FC reports that Juventus were handed a transfer blow during their last meeting with Osimhen's camp, as the Galatasaray loanee is focused on securing a move to England rather than Turin. According to sources close to Juve FC, the Bianconeri outlined their vision and ambition, hoping to convince the Nigerian international to make the switch to Turin. However, Osimhen reportedly responded with gratitude, politely acknowledging Juventus' interest while making it clear that his priority is to secure a move to one of Europe's top clubs. During the meeting, Juventus official reportedly made a final effort to persuade the 26-year-old by providing a detailed explanation of the long-term plan, outlining their strategy for competing at the highest level and their ambition to reclaim dominance in both Serie A and European competition. Despite their effort, Osimhen appears determined to move to a more competitive and globally recognized league, with Manchester United, Arsenal, and Chelsea among his preferred destinations. All right, the last straw on the show is the fixture, the London Derby between Chelsea and Tottenham Hotspur. That game is coming up tonight in the English Premier League. Who wins, Chelsea or Tottenham? We will be giving you that result come tomorrow. All right, this is where we'll leave it on the program, Citizen Sports, this morning. With me, Emmanuel Fashimin, say thanks for listening and have a pleasant and lovely day.
This is our journey. We've had our finest moments and our darkest hours. Yet we pull ourselves back from the brick every